is that what's driving nearshore is really quality and the adeptness of the labor force. The adeptness of a labor force that is able to not just accommodate linguistics, but is able to accommodate higher value skills, whether it's technology skills, the skill to be analytical, the skill to be a problem solver. Unfortunately, not every location or every country in the world has a reputation the way the nearshore does. And let's be frank, the nearshore is a patchwork of different countries. But one of the real reasons why we're seeing so much capacity shifting into the Caribbean and Latin America is really what's being perceived as that talent pool and driving better quality interactions from a CX perspective. I think maintaining administrations that are going to be consistent in their approach towards regulating the BPO space, that are going to be pro foreign investment, that are going to roll out, as Yanni said, they're going to roll in the red tape and roll out the red carpet. That's going to be essential. I also think the ability of destinations to work private sector hand in hand with industry associations and the government to make sure that upskilling the labor force in linguistics, in technology, and business skills is going to be essential. This is what the buyers are going to be asking their outsourcing partners for, and these are the elements that the outsourcing partners are going to be looking for in a location. Governments from across the political spectrum are doing their best in the nearshore to accommodate more outsourcing investment. We have a lot of room for optimism in this regard. There's a lot of hidden gems in the nearshore, a lot of great locations that aren't well known, and really getting that mind share, getting that thought leadership out there about why country A, B, country C, and country D are all great destinations is going to be so important. No one can afford to be quiet. Nobody can afford to be humble. No one can afford to sit on their hands. They've got to be out there telling the rest of the world their story on a country by country basis. The takeaways I've come out with, number one, is that business as usual up until the pandemic, it's done. There's been a complete recalibration of outsourcing going around globally. And as Neil on my panel said today, very succinctly, I think, that this is a destination. This is a location in which you're going to hear a lot more about, not just from a regional perspective, but globally going forward. Second of all, I don't think we can ignore the fact that what's happening in the nearshore from the standpoint of reaching out to new demand markets, going beyond Canada and the USA. Now it's the UK, it's Spain, it's potentially Italy, it's potentially Germany, it's potentially France. This should not be underrated either. This is truly a global part of the broader BPO ecosystem and one that we're going to be hearing a lot more of.